Welcome back, folks, to FlashPoint Weekend Update. So for this week, the biggest news was the release of the 9.20 test server. So make sure you log on to check out the Chinese tank destroyers, the grand battle mode of 30 vs 30, the rebalancing of some of your favorite vehicles, buffs and nerfs, and especially the AMX 50 FlashB. Because when I played on the test server, that thing is a monster. It's super scary. It's like a repackaged Waffentrager off E100 with camo and speed. I'm scared. I'm really scared. It's like deja vu. I just been in this place before. Higher on the street. Oh god, that meme. But here are the main stats for this vehicle. So it has more DPM than the Waffentrager off E100. 3,100. 6-round clip. Reloads every 36 seconds. Takes 10 seconds to unload the full clip while firing, but has only 400 alpha. So basically, a lot of players would just shoot APCR shell. Yeah. I mean, standard shell is okay, but it's a heavy tank gun for the AMX 50B similarly, but just shoot APCR. It doesn't have the accuracy or the aim time as the Waffentrager off E100, but 0.32 accuracy, 0.32, 0.33, not bad. 2.2 seconds of aim time, also not bad. You could put vents on this thing, whereas you couldn't for the Waffentrager off E100. But this thing also has the armor at the front, so you have to shoot at the cupola or the lower plate, and it's not guaranteed for the lower plate to pen. So you have to shoot the cupola. Upper plate is just auto bounce for most shells unless you shoot gold at this thing. So yeah, it's not like the paper thin armor where high explosive would pen on the Waffentrager off U100, but yeah, this thing is fast as well with camo and that's a big deal. So I'm scared. I'm really scared. So make sure you jump on to the test server to check out all these stuff. It's really important because this thing comes out as it is. Jesus, everybody just camps in the back. Holy jeez. So let's get back to the flashpoint for this week. But Wargaming's 19th anniversary is currently going on. For all the servers other than North America, we got delayed by 1 week. So here's a list of all the rewards and events, but what's disappointing is that there's no discount for premium tier 8 vehicles already in the tech tree for gold. So you cannot buy vehicles like the STRV S1 for a gold discount. So that sucks, but I mean, you could buy the recently reintroduced Panther M10. That's pretty nice, it got buffed, as well as the Krupp-Steyr Waffentrager, newly introduced, and the VK4503H. So that's the new tier 7s added in like patch 9.18 or 17.1. But yeah, no tier 8s on discount, so that's a bummer. Also, we're getting the T29 medium tank next week, so free garage slot or dust collector. Alright, so that's the anniversary, not bad. Now, there are more marathons for both the EU and the North America server. So it's like a miniature Tiger marathon than the Russia server got. But it's for the Japanese Tiger 1. So the condition is earn 50,000 XP where you're the top in XP earned. Doesn't matter if you win or lose, but yeah, you get a Japanese Tiger 1. Or 1.5 million credits if you already have it. So it's a pseudo Tiger marathon, but already got the T3485M or the Tiger 131 for the Russian server. But here's another marathon. Bitches like marathons. Let's give them more. Yeah, I do like them. So yeah, not bad. Pretty nice. But yeah, EU server, Asian server, both are missing out. So that sucks. Yeah. Not everything's shared. Also, talking about sharing, North America server is getting a compensation for the contact list or the clan list error or bug or problem, whatever you call it. So you have your contact list and friends missing from the list. They don't show up as online, or you cannot platoon and do whatever you want to do with your friends. So that sucks for a long time, for like 6 months now, 5 months now. So North American server is giving out 3 days of premium as well as a bunch of personal reserves each Friday while this problem is occurring for the player base. And that's pretty nice. Each Friday. So we'll be paid out every Friday until a final fix is released. I mean, yeah, it has been a long time for this problem, so at least this is something, but I would rather get this problem over with, as well as a big reward or compensation, like a premium tier 8, maybe, or tier 6. Tier 8, not tier 6. But, you know, yeah, it's been a big problem, like really big problem for a MMO on the internet. If you cannot play with your friends or multiplayer, what's the point, right? So, yeah, it's something, it's a step, but it sucks for the other servers because they don't have it. They don't have an announcement. I checked the whole webpage across all the servers. They don't get anything, so that sucks. That really sucks. But yeah, 3 days of premium as well as a bunch of personal reserves for all your grinding. And it's like 2 hours and 3 hours. That's very nice. Very nice. But yeah, it's gold shell season for weekends, mostly. Give people free premium time, they'll use gold shell. A lot of fucking gold shell. As well as credit boost. Oh god. Yeah, it's gold shell season. Alright, just deal with it. You can use it too, so don't play super heavy tanks, alright? Just play like tank destroyers or medium tanks or light tanks, or artillery, but don't play super heavies. So here are some info about post 9.20 rank battle mode. So after getting info or data about the rank battle beta season that we just got for June, here are some changes. So dismounting advanced equipments will now cost bonds rather than 10 gold, similar to regular equipments. So you better make sure you put on the actual vehicle that you wanted for the advanced equipments. Also, chevron acquisition got changed, so no longer that the losing team on the top 3 will receive chevrons. So no more free chevrons for losing team. But for the top 5, you do not lose chevrons. So that's the new condition. So chevrons only be given for the top 10 now on the winning team, no longer top 12. So yeah, that kinda sucks, but here is the new format. So top 10 on the winning team, and top 5 won't lose any chevrons, but it's a little bit better for the losing team, but not as good for the winning team compared to the previous. So they're changing stuff, but in all essence, we're getting the grand battle mode as well as the bond available to all tier 10 queues for random battle mode. So you'll get bonds for tier 10 battles. Why even play rank battle mode? It's obsolete now. You can get bonds. Well, probably not as much, but I don't know. Wait, you cannot platoon in rank battle mode, I believe. Yeah, why not just platoon in tier 10s and earn bonds while playing with friends? Right? So yeah, they're testing the second season for the beta test of the rank battle mode. So just play grand battle mode or tier 10s in random queue for bonds. It's such a stupid idea. Terrible. Alright, so on the 9.20.1 SuperTest server, the turreted British tank destroyers received some love. So that's pretty nice. The Conway received a 5.5 inch AT gun. And what's interesting about this gun is the gold shell has only 200mm of pen compared to the normal AP, I presume, with 260. So this is probably a HESH shell, a high explosive squash head with more alpha, similar to the FE215B183, obviously. But yeah, it's not that big of a HESH damage, but yeah, 770 alpha is still pretty scary with high explosive because they wreck your modules and crew. And 200mm of pin, not bad. So you could use this gun, or you could use the more DPM 120, I presume. But hey, the Challenger received a 32 pounder, so better alpha, better penetration for trading and destroying targets. But this vehicle had a 17 pounder, and for a tier 7 tank destroyer, obsolete. I don't think the Challenger could use a 20 pounder. Even the Type A, could it? I doubt it. But yeah, obscure vehicle that nobody played. Not everybody played the British TDs, especially the FE455 Stage 2. So yeah, better gun traverse arc, so a little bit wider, better gun depression, better top speed. That's pretty nice. Also, they are planning on introducing the T71 CMCD, renamed to the T71 E2, as a alternative tier 7 American light tank. So you'll have the T37 into the T71 E2, into the Bulldog, into the T49, into the Sheridan. So that's the list. Or you could have the T21 into the T71, into the T69, the T54E1, and the T57 Heavy. So that's the new list, or tech tree. But yeah, they're planning on a single shot light tank line and a autoloading light tank line. Also, they're removing the autoloader from the Bulldog completely because they buff, or they friggin' nerf the crap out of the autoloader. So overly nerf the crap out of that gun and nobody play with it. So they should buff it, but they're not going to. So they're going to remove it completely. That sucks, but disappointment. Oh well. So it's not going to be a premium, and that's a good news. But I thought it was going to be a Grand Finals premium tank, similar to the AMX 1357, but we got the Chrysler K. So, oh well. The VK16801P got a new model, new HD model on the SuperTest server. So I'll perform the leak video. I'll do the leak video next week for this vehicle. But it has the bicycle for the turret. So Hans, get the bike and get more fuel, because this thing has 4.6 horsepower per ton ratio, top speed of like 20 kilometers per hour or less. I don't remember, but it's slow. It's really slow. So yeah, they removed the 150mm from the initial test, because if you have the 150 as a tier 8 vehicle's gun, you basically one-shot a tier 6, like tier 6 medium or tank destroyer, with one round. And this thing has a lot of armor against tier 6, so kinda unfair. They removed it, keep the 128. But we'll talk about this vehicle next week. So on the SuperTest server, as well as the current common test server, there's a new Waffentrigger of E100 P. So the P stands for premium, not Porsche designed, not even close. So HD remodel, it has the same stats before the switch with the Grill 15. Already made a video talking about this vehicle, but it's already in your game files. Currently on the common test server. This is in the common test server for 9.20. It's not like Chinese server exclusive like the other tanks before we got them, like the 59 patent. We don't have the actual data back then for the vehicle until they introduced it from the Chinese server. We don't have the actual like textual model or the mesh model. We only got the script, so there's like a blank page on Tank Inspector. But now we actually got the whole HD remodel as well as the textual stuff in 9.20 common test. So the legitimacy of this vehicle as a Chinese server exclusive is highly questionable. Alright? Also, talking about exclusiveness, since we're getting the Chinese tank destroyers in the upcoming patch, we could get the WZ-120 GFT as a personal mission second season reward. So what I'm talking about is, since we're getting the Chinese tank destroyers, this vehicle could be a personal mission reward tank for the second season. We already talked about this vehicle. It's the WZ-120 chassis with the 130mm. That's on the 5A. So, like I said, it's a lot of work put into these vehicles for it to be a single server exclusive. So that's the new T55A for you guys. Alrighty, so there are a few more premiums being prepped for sale. So the STG has a new skin called Guard. It's a bunch of Russian propaganda flag stuff, so it's like the Defender vehicle, obviously. And the AMX kind of the Assault 105 received more boxes and tools. So I'll do a rapid fire leak episode for these two vehicles next week, because I haven't done a leak episode for these two vehicles. So for the record, I'll do one. But the STRV-81 is rumored to be sold after Gamescom, which is on the 22nd to the 26th of this month. So there's no vehicle model change for that Centurion, but it's rumored to be on sale. Also for the Centurions, they're getting the turret armor buff, so it doesn't seem to be OP, I guess, but it does have a better engine than the Centurion Mark 1 at tier 8. So pay to win. Pay to win. On to new skins for this week. So Milkyman has a great new skin for the Hetzer, the G13, the Swiss variant of the Hetzer, as well as the AMX 1390. There's the arm brace, IS-7, looks pretty nice for the upcoming buff to this vehicle as well, making it faster and obsoleting the Object 260, so discouraged for the 260 missions. But actually, talking about the Object 260, the Grand Battle mode has the same aspect as Random Battle Queue, or the actual common battles, if you want to call it that, but you could perform or finish all of the requirements for personal missions with that mode. So getting the Object 260 is even easier now, or even less hard than before. So awesome. And if you're a Game of Thrones fan, you can have the special skin that just came out today. So looks pretty nice. But I haven't watched one single episode of Game of Thrones. I know I'm supposed to be a nerd, but after watching like Walking Dead to like season 4 with the governor, I thought, man, they're dragging this show on and on and on. Just kill the dude already. But ugh. So I didn't watch it. But yeah, for 7 years I didn't watch Game of Thrones, so I probably should. But it's a pretty nice looking skin, or two of them at least. So special dragons and scales and nerd stuff. Looks pretty nice. But I always wondered, why don't Wargaming just do a collaboration with various other shows or whatever for like skins? So you can buy these skins for like $10, similar to the skins for League of Legends, but it's only $10. So for truly dedicated fans that have an expression for their show that they like. But whatever. It's a free skin, so you can see it on all the vehicles, so that's the downside. But if you like the skin, go right ahead. So finally, what would be a fair compensation for the contact list and the clan list problems that everybody experienced for the last like 5 months? Because not everybody is getting a compensation, and it's been a long time. So MMO online game and you have a crappy connectivity with your friends. Oh, that's a hard problem. So let me know in the comments below. But yeah, there are not that much questions last week, so no answering community questions for this week. So it's a pretty slow week other than the test server. But once the test server hit, holy crap, there's a lot of stuff. And yeah, the AMX 50 Fosh B. The new Waffentrager off U100 spamming APCR shells. Just I'm scared. I'm really scared. It's like the T57 Heavy, except it doesn't have like the burst problem. It has more burst alpha, so it's not like, ooh, I'm playing the T57 Heavy, only have 1600 damage burst, so I cannot kill a super heavy tank. So that's my problem. But now with this vehicle, ta-da! I can kill a equal tier heavy tank with all the shells in one clip. Firing APCR. I mean, God, such meme. So a lot of players are grinding their ass off towards the Fosh 155 because they're getting the Fosh 155 for free as well. So yeah, that's been this week. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.